Modern echoes of Wild West wisdom out on the dusty frontier. Life was never easy. The Wild West wasn't just a place, it was a crucible, a testing ground where every day demanded strength, cunning, and heart. There were no safety nets, no second chances. Every mile, every choice, every handshake mattered. It was a world of endless horizons and hard lessons. And those lessons, they didn't die when the frontier closed. They still whisper to us today in our cities, our offices, even in our homes, like the wind carrying the echoes of a campfire story. In the West, you learned to travel light. A cowboy knew that too much weight in the saddlebag could cost him precious miles before sundown. If the trail demanded speed, you let go of what wasn't essential. Today, we may not ride horses across the prairie, but we face the same truth. Clutter in our homes, in our minds, in our schedules slows us down. Simplicity remains a kind of freedom. Trust was a currency more valuable than gold. On the frontier, you could count your coins, but trust was what kept you alive. When a storm rolled in or bandits blocked the trail, you needed your neighbor. Even if you'd argued with him the week before, that truth still holds. Your relationships, your reputation, your word, they're the true wealth in any time. Patience was more than a virtue, it was survival. Cattle drives took weeks under burning sun and endless sky. Stagecoaches crawled over rough roads, where a single broken wheel meant days of waiting for help. In our instant world of same-day deliveries and instant replies, patience feels old-fashioned, but in reality, it's power. The West teaches us, the good things are worth the wait, and the best things often require it. Adaptability was the mark of a survivor. One morning, you might be mending fences. By afternoon, you're bargaining in town. And by nightfall, you're chasing off coyotes from the herd. Life rarely unfolded according to plan, and those who thrived learned to bend without breaking. In the modern world, we call it flexibility, but it's the same muscle, the ability to pivot, to read the wind, to change course when the trail ahead is blocked. Reputation was everything. A man's word was his bond, and a woman's skill or kindness could make her the heart of a whole town. One broken promise could follow you for years. One act of honor could open doors forever. Today, our reputations travel even faster, carried not by rumor, but by the internet. The lesson is the same: guard your name, because it rides ahead of you. Nature commanded respect. Out there, the land didn't care about your plans. Drought could starve cattle, floods could sweep away whole towns, a sudden snowstorm could trap a wagon train for weeks. The pioneers learned to listen to the land, to work with it instead of against it. Today, as we face global challenges, that same respect feels less like nostalgia and more like necessity. The West valued self-reliance, but never isolation. Yes, you needed to know how to fix your own gear, ride your own horse, defend your own camp. But when winter came or danger loomed, the community was your lifeline. In our time, dependence still shines brightest when it's balanced with connection. Courage came in many forms. Not the flashy kind of courage from dime novels, but the quiet, persistent courage to face another hard day. To start over after losing everything. To ride into unknown territory with no map and no guarantee of return. Today, we call on that same courage, starting a new job, moving to a new place, taking a risk on a dream. And humor, it was the oil that kept the West's rough gears turning. Around a campfire, after a long day on the trail, a good laugh could cut through the weariness. A clever story could turn strangers into friends. Even in our modern struggles, humor keeps us human. The West was also about responsibility. If you made a mess, you cleaned it up. If you wronged someone, you faced them. No hiding behind paperwork, no passing the blame. In our world, where accountability often gets lost in the noise, that old-fashioned sense of owning your actions still feels like solid ground. Another echo: perseverance. The railroads weren't built overnight. Ranches took years to become profitable. Mines were dug for months before they yielded a single nugget. The lesson is simple, but it's one many forget. Nothing worth having comes easy. And quitting too soon means you'll never see what's just beyond the next hill. Even hospitality had its code. A traveler, no matter how rough, could expect a meal, a fire, and a place to rest, because tomorrow, you might be the one needing help. That generosity, that mutual care, is something our modern world could use more of. And perhaps the deepest lesson of all, every day on the frontier, you were writing your own story. Nobody was going to hand you a happy ending. You carved it out with your choices, your courage, and your persistence. So maybe the West never truly ended. It just traded horses for highways, telegrams for texts, and campfires for coffee shops. But its wisdom? That's timeless. And if we listen closely, we can still hear it, riding with us into whatever frontiers lie ahead.